Motorhead Garage, presented by Top Coat, coming to you from Borla Commerce Park.
When it comes to audio for your car, the epitome of technology is custom Autosound. Now we'll talk about the Ford F-150 in just a minute because I know what you're thinking. When we talk custom Autosound, we're usually talking about classic cars. For your 1950s street rod or your 1960s muscle car, something like that. You want a car that looks original, but you still want the modern conveniences. You want Bluetooth, you want a CD player, you want all kinds of audio features, you want hands-free and Bluetooth, and that's where custom Autosound comes in. If you look at their website, they have all kinds of makes. I count 18 different makes of cars, over 400 different models they custom make audio systems for. If you look on their website and you can't find what you're looking for, they have universal radios as well that look great. They look period correct for your car and it'll still look like a classic. Here's what I like also. They have a secret audio radio. You can keep the original radio in the dash. No one will ever know that you have an updated, super cool sound system in there, that you have Bluetooth, you have all the capabilities of a new radio. You keep the integrity of it. You can still show the car and no one will know the difference. Custom Autosound also makes speakers. They even have Kenwood speakers for you. They have kick panel speakers that you can put in your car if you so choose. Also have some speakers that are stealthy. They hide under the seats, and again, no one will ever know. They'll still think the classic car has been untouched and looks original. Another cool speaker I really like are these bullet speakers. They look period correct from the 1950s. They look right out of a 57 Chevy or something like that. You can mount them anywhere you want. We've done them on armrests in the back seats. We've done them under the dash. We've done them in the dash because they can take the place of one of the vents. Of course, everything from custom Autosound looks great, and that's the idea. It also sounds great, and that's what you need in a sound system. But you got to wonder, are they just making this for looks, or is this something that's going to last? Well, I think it's going to last as long as your car because they put it through all kinds of rigorous tests before it leaves the factory. There is a temperature aging test, extreme temperature test. You have your car out in the heat, or if you live someplace where it's cold, of course, your radio is going to be put to the test, and they test it all there before it leaves the factory. There's also a vibration test, so you know that that muscle car engine is going to try to shake that thing loose and shake it right out of the dash. Not so much with custom Autosound. It gets tested before you get it in your hands. And customization. Anything you want, they have technicians on site who can make your radio or your slide bar radio fit perfectly with your car based on the make and model without doing any modifications to your car. The key word in custom Autosound is custom. They have something to suit any one of your needs, which brings us back to this Ford F-150. So of course, under the hood, the owners have done all kinds of mods, but they want a little better sound system, and that is where the System 1 Amplified comes in. This is an amplified subwoofer, and in this truck, we are going to hide it under the back seat. Custom Autosound takes care of everything for you. Let's take a look and see how it goes in. Custom Autosound makes everything super simple to install. The instructions are easy to follow, and really the procedure is not that hard to begin with. Now, the first thing you want to do anytime you're working with anything electrical in your car is disconnect the battery. That'll protect you, and that'll protect your equipment should something happen. And speaking of the battery, this is the inline fuse that you'll want to install with your custom Autosound system. This is what it looks like. We're going to install this as close to the battery as we can. That way, if you have any sort of power surge, that will protect your system from any kind of damage. Now let's get to the install here. 3 wires. This is the first thing we're going to do. This is the ground here on the front, so we'll install that. And then we have 2 more wires to connect as well. The second one is for all your accessories. That is our blue wire here. And we will just screw that into the front. The third wire is the power. It's the constant power that goes to your custom Autosound system. By the way, this speaker here is going to be tucked underneath the seat here. We haven't put the legs on it, but there are rubber feet that you can put on it, and that makes sure it doesn't slide around, and it'll stay right in place under your seat. No one will ever know it's there unless you flip it up like this. All right, now those 3 wires are in. The next thing we want to do, and this is sort of like a phone cord, we connect it in the back here for the remote for our system here, for our subwoofer. And here is what that remote looks like. You can mount it up under your dash, and it's a simple dial. You can increase the level if you want to vibrate your passenger right out of the vehicle. You can turn it as high as you want. Or if you want something nice and mellow, you can just keep it nice and low. It's completely adjustable. Now, I mentioned the bullet speakers earlier. We have a couple of those here, and this is the plug for those into the custom Autosound subwoofer. You can position these speakers, like I said, anywhere you want to. It just so happens in the F-150 there are round vents. We're going to replace a couple of those with these bullet speakers. They're going to look great and they're going to sound terrific. We also have space with this wiring harness for 2 more speakers if you want to place them somewhere else in the vehicle. Up next, the RCA cables coming from the stereo into the subwoofer here. You just plug both of those in here to the subwoofer, and we are ready to go with our custom Autosound system. If you have a car, and I suspect you do if you're watching this program, then Custom Autosound has something for you. Whether it is a new F-150 or an old classic car, you're going to love what they have for you. Check them out at CustomAutosoundMFG.com. We'll be right back with more Motorhead Garage presented by Top Coat, coming right up.